Want to support your favorite content creator without spending a dime? Now you can with Gawkbox. Hop on your Android or iOS device and search for the creator. I kind of like this guy. And scroll through and find out ways you can donate to the creator for free. What's going on, everyone? Kami here. We're going to be doing another Coach Kami. This one's submitted from MrRabotnik. Playing Lian. This is the new patch. I want to make a note that I have to really stress this. If you want to send in a Coach Kami, there are requirements, and I try to say them every single Coach Kami. I'll start adding them in the description. And I've actually got to up the requirements. I'm getting so many submissions, I can't keep up with them. And then I get constant DMs being like, yo, where's my video? I get like 5 a day, and it's like, I'm sorry. I've been getting kind of buried with things that I need to do lately. And I think I might need to take a bit of a break from streaming, just a little bit to get caught up on my YouTube content. I'm sure everyone's aware of the video that I didn't upload for a day. That was a big bummer for me. I mean, that was a huge streak that I had going for every day. I promise you guys daily content, and I let you down, and I apologize. But with daily scrims for 3 to 4 hours a day, I just don't have time. And I don't know, I'm torn because I love content creating, I love streaming, but what I really, really, really love is playing competitive. And competitive is the most fun to me, but it doesn't pay the bills. That's enough about me. The new requirements is it's going to be a sub and it's going to be a patron, just like it is before, but it's going to be the tier above. I'll set that for now. Maybe if I start getting things situated, I'll be able to lower the requirement. I promised that I could get every Coach Kami that I got submitted. And after I started posting Coach Kamis, it just came at me like an avalanche, and I couldn't keep up with it. Plus, I've been addicted to Slay the Spire. Okay, moving on. Looks like you're going to be going with the... crap, what's it called? Precision, right? Refill your ammo and get 5% increased damage, something like that. And you're picking up cauterize at the beginning. You're the only cauterizer. It's a bit of a bummer, but you're a good cauterizer. You have good spread. You want to up against a treacherous ground Anara. I don't know. Not a thanks grandpa. Torvald. Voidabites. Accelerant, so watch out for those grumpies. And smoke bombs. Let's go over the loadout. You got Inheritance 5. Divine Right 2, Noble Crest, Bloodline, Swift Jade. So pretty much you've got, I like Swift Jade, and the first one with the eliminations cooldown, I think that's fine. I like the movement speed, but you still have the movement speed when you dash, I believe that is, right? Yeah, so you have it after you dash, but you're not able to dash that much. You can get a good combo off, but I think flat movement speed is pretty good too. You're kind of just a general left clicker with this build, and this is fine. It's just hard to really know because I've had such little time to really get into the nitty gritty of the new loadout system. So you're starting to run in. Question is, where do you want to go? Well, you don't really win the keep fight, so I don't know if you want to rush into the right side. But in pubs, it's all about following your team and try not to get caught out alone. We'll see how it goes. So right there, you're kind of alone. Holy crap, you see everybody coming in right now. You probably want to back off. You're too far forward. This might end in a death. And it did. Just be careful about that. So you know this guy's over on the right side. You're starting to push towards the point, but people are just getting staggered right now. I mean, this is the issue with pubs, is people don't, realize that their team is lost and just either died immediately or just kind of falls back. That's what they should have done. And with your down by getting staggered like that, there's a very, very little chance you're going to even have a chance to take this point back. Good job turning around to help the Androxus. Huh. Staying in the back, chipping away, doing your thing, but there's only so much you can do. I definitely would say you want to fall back and try to get a good position, and a good position would be up here, right? Now you're getting stunned. That's not going to be good. Maybe Resilience will be a decent pickup. Plus that stops the Saris ult. In case they try to combo the Saris and the Sky ult, you can react quicker, and the stun from the Gnar, and the silence from Torvald. The more I think about it, you definitely want to pick up Resilience in my opinion. But that's just me. But you probably want to try to get high ground or just kind of sit there so you're on the corner more. If you're pushed out here in the middle, you're just going to be able to get poked, and there's not a lot of cover you can hide behind. It's a giant open place. 1 stuck, 2 stuck, 3 stuck, dead. Feels bad, man. Alright, so you're just chipping, you're doing your thing, you got infinite ammo, nothing big. You hear that? Hold on a minute. Here's one thing that's kind of makes Sky meh, is one, there's Illuminate, right? And there's other loadout cards that can reveal stealth targets. The other one is how loud her footsteps are. Stomp, stomp, stomp. So just use, I'm pretty sure she's about to come up behind you and start shooting at you. Always be aware of the sound. I don't know how loud your sound was, but that's one thing that really helps me out when I'm playing up against this guy. Good turnaround. Good ult. Right here, I wouldn't suggest dropping down. You know that BK is low. You don't know that the BK is staying up there, but you always want to try to hold high ground. You want someone up there, because now he's coming up behind. He may be able to do some work on your team. Grumpy down. Well, didn't do much. But I'd suggest trying to get back up at a high ground and just holding this area up here. Your tanks can hold down here. Rather, your tank can hold down here. Zen can kind of play over here where he's already at. Your Damba can sit back here, and then Androxus can kind of do whatever he wants. I mean, both the flanks can hold back here, but you need to hold up here, and you need to be wary of if they catch on that they can't break through the top and they start rushing up there, be ready to fall back. You have some people that can flank, like Androxus flying up there behind him. Hopefully he pays attention to that. Oh, and that was an Androxus, not a Zen. I'm silly. That dash in a little bit sketchy since you're going up against a cripple Inara. And while that Zen was ulting right there, I'd probably suggest switching to your target on the Inara. You might have been able to kill him, or rather her, before she even got out of the Zen ult. But targeting the Ceres is always fine too. Good job realizing you're low on health, backing out, and this is where you want to take that high ground again. Your team is pushing, and you're just kind of staying up there, poking them out. Doing a good job, and Drox is getting a little bit crazy. You can see that, like, a lot of this damage is kind of pointless on the Ceres. Like, well, maybe not. Normally, they would heal up a little bit, but they didn't. And your goal is to stall, right? Your goal is to stall as long as possible, because that's what you're doing. You're defending a payload. But sometimes damage can be kind of pointless. A lot of people, maybe they have a lot of damage and like, look, I did well, but it's like, yeah, but if you just like damaged a bunch of people and then they got healed up and pushed and killed everything, then it's not worth it. If you're not in a good position, it's not working out. And your positioning's fine, you're not going too far right now, but right now, also, you're kind of getting wrapped, and this is where getting that high ground would be very helpful. You know this guy's behind you, look out for him. Or her, Jesus. My gender association. My god. Let's like start calling everything an Apache helicopter. While you were backtracking through this Torvald, you could have maybe hugged the corner here to the left side to get out of it. You just need to line of sight up for a second. You'd be able to get out of it, but you were pretty much boned anyway. That being said, the Damba ult came through, so if you did, you might have survived and had a chance to ult. Blah, 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 blah. Yep, you got the defend. Legit. Now we're looking at item choices. There's not a lot of Cauterized coming in from the other side, and that Sky is not really causing that big of an issue. Her smoke bombs aren't doing that much damage. Meh, I don't think Illuminate's really needed, but I do think Resilience would be okay. The sad thing is the rest of your team isn't going for Cauterized. The only other person going for Cauterized is the Maldamba. And the Ashe is going Haven. That's a bummer. Itemization, not the best for your teammates. Kill the heal all up on the Androxus. You're pretty much just forced to rush to Cauterized, so you do what you gotta do. If you had more Cauterizes on the field where they can stack on a target, I'd suggest going Resilience and or, I don't know, Nimble Morale Boost. Job staying back. Looking for a spot where you can just ult a guy in the face. Ooh, really good reaction to that stealth unskying. Or stealth unskying? I'm losing myself. The sky unstealthing. Not only are her footsteps very loud, but, you know, her unstealthing is very loud. Really good ult to stop that stun. That is one argument that you could say that you don't need Resilience for, but you don't always have the ultimate up. And especially if you're using it to stop a stun, you're probably not going to get a kill while doing it. Meh. I like how you were kind of staying back, but then you started getting a little bit too far forward. Whoa, that's a bright light. But no, you notice that you're kind of using this area, you're blocking yourself off for any sort of damage coming over here. They're going to have to hardcore commit either into this church or come all the way around you, and then Inara is just going to be taking tons of damage. Your Ashe goes on point, so right now you think to yourself, I don't need to touch point, I just need to do damage, and you shouldn't walk into the cripple. poking, doing stuff. Keep in mind, you don't need a touch point. The Ashe has officially touch point. Now the Ashe is dropped. Ooh, this I love this play right here. So he knew that this guy was coming around, and he just was like, screw it. I'm not even going to worry about her. She's not doing anything. I'm going to go around this way and attack the Inara. And he's continuing to do the right play where he's running to where if this guy wants to come at you, you know, you're at half health. You got some people on your team that are low health on point. She's going to have to fight all of you. So kind of going to the protection. Good accidental body block. Or purposely, I don't know. Professional. That dash away was actually kind of huge because if he were to pull off the silence, that wouldn't have been that great. To be fair, no other teammates were there to pull off the secondary damage to try to get you down, and he probably would have taken a lot of damage from people on the point right behind you. But preemptively using your movement ability to get out of the Torvald's way is usually a good thing. Just be wary that if he catches you in the middle of your movement ability, it will cancel it and it'll use the cooldown. It's a big bummer. I would say right here, you'd want to get high ground. Like, look how oblivious they are to high ground. You don't know that, but in general, every video I always do, I always preach high ground, high ground, high ground. Zen, I don't know if he's going Yomi, but Zen would do pretty good on high ground. He'd be able to spam up here. It's wide ankled attacks. They can't really run from it. And then the Androxus can help hold steady while your Ashe is on point, and then your Damba can do whatever he wants. Touch butts, I don't know. Ooh, good play by that BK. He knew that his team was there and he was hiding behind the tree. And he was just like, screw it, dude, I'm just gonna hide here. And it was kind of forcing you to fall back. But I like this backward progression that you're making where you're still shooting people, but you're also retreating and trying to hold a cover that's suitable for you. That smoke just hit you, I believe, so you drop down pretty low and you not good. But you didn't just stay up there and die, right? You want to make sure that you're always behind your tank, you're behind people doing damage. Yes, you can make plays and go in for big flanks, but knowing when that's appropriate is important. And when it's not appropriate is when the team is pushing through your front, they get a kill, and you're like, oh, I'm going to start flanking, and by the time you get around to flank, your whole team's dead. And then you stagger yourself. It's just not good. So good job at realizing that and falling back. And you've got yourself here on a corner. You can hide from stuff. Just be wary of that Torvald. He might have ult. He doesn't, but I can't remember the last time the Torvald ulted. I should be paying attention to that. But he does have the capability of ulting you off, so always be aware of that. Always keeping track of where you think ultimates are at. If you did pay attention to when he ulted, you could just be 100% aware, or like sure that the ult isn't available. Ooh, that was a close one. Big ult up in front, good dash forward to be able to try to take advantage of that. Nothing coming of it. Ooh, hitting that presence would have been really helpful. I mean, that Inara was really low. I don't know if it was worth target switching. She had her DR up, so I could see that, and maybe you wouldn't be able to burn her, but she was very low, so that was just kind of a quick judgment call. She's still very low up there. Now she's getting healed up. The Androxus went for the kill, wasn't able to pull it off. That Damba is dead. And the more and more I get hit by Grumpy Bombs, the more and more I'm like, I think I want resilience. We end up going with Haven. I don't know if that's really worth it. The Inara's not really poking you. The Torvald's not really poking you. The BK is killing you sometimes. And yeah, that can help with the Sky, but I think resilience would help you out so much more in the long run. Flying snakes. Saw the Grumpy up there, you know where he's at. You see him, good. I would maybe consider the Damba's up there, or the Damba's with you. You can try to push up on high ground and if you have the backup on that, but he did retreat back to your spawn, so now is the time to push what you're doing. Oh, computer freeze, play it cool. Whoa, okay. Nice shot. Good job backtracking there just to be sure that you're not hit by that Sarasalt. Again, high ground would be ideal for you. Just clumping up here in this middle just allows for all the spam to hit everybody, and you're not really forcing the team to look in different directions. Keep in mind that if you're up there, you don't just think, I've got high ground, you know, and you don't see anybody, because the instant that they notice you have high ground, the sky could be up there, the BK could pop you up there, and you can get ran on and die very quickly. But you need to make sure that you're at least poking up there, because if all you're doing is just poking your shoulder out, maybe hitting a shot here or there, but making them look at you, that makes the tank's job a lot easier to push the point. the frantic shots trying to find the sky. Been there. Ooh, the heal from Dama keeping you alive. This guy's skinny. Hard to hit. Taking a look at the items again. Some cauterized coming up from the Ash. That's good. And Drox is not having any cauterized. That's really weird to me. He's the one that wants to go and finish a kill, and he can't really finish a kill if they're getting healed a bunch. And considering how much Rejuvenate and Kill the Heal is on the other team, especially with Godslayer, he's going to be... Whatever. I'm not talking about the Drox. Talking about you. Got yourself Haven 2. And again, not a lot of cauterized on the other team. You might want to consider some sort of healing card. Kill the Heal, Life Rip. That's kind of up to you. Your Valor that is able to hit a lot of people. If you get an elimination, Kill the Heal might be good. Life Rip will help you out on the duels. It's kind of up to you. It's hard to say. I don't normally pick up heal cards, like, ever. The only time I ever do is in specific scenarios like this, where you're in a pub and none of the other teams buying cauterized. It's just normally not feasible to do in a game. Alright, so you've got your Damba here. Good job spamming through that. Ooh, nice dismount. You've got your ultimate available. You see the sky. Ooh, and with the sky being hit, I maybe would have considered ulting right there to try to finish off that sky. There's a Torvald ult. Oh, did that Ash just fly off? Nope, she stayed alive. Look at that grouping up on point. That's a big no-no right there. Ultimate available. Be aware of it. Able to back off. Oh, the plays, dude! That was sick! Not only was that ult to stop the Sky Bomb from hitting you, oh yeah, that spray was deserved. But you also were able to find the sky with about a 90-degree flick. Pretty good. I like how you knew that the Torvald was coming, and you didn't push it. Because if you get close, you get silenced, you get hit. It's bad news bears. Staying here allows you to, one, stop yourself from being hit if someone does decide to run through here, and you can also dash to the left if you need to, but you can also spam the Torvald out with pretty much full damage, very little drop off, if any. And exactly what happened, I said, was, it happened. Words. That Torvald is running on you, dude. Ooh, I think that was a lineup for a double hit. Anara was DRing, but still definitely worth it. Nice kills. Easy peasy. Now, right now, you really have no point being here. You just don't need to. Someone's already on the point. Sometimes you just be like, I don't trust anyone else to stand on the point. I want to get this. If you have the faith, maybe try to get high ground over here on the left side. Now, the sky is coming there. You wouldn't really know that, but if you were to start heading towards high ground right away, you'd catch her once you get about right here, and you'd be able to dismount her, and it'd be very hard for her to do anything. You hear her foot's a-stomping. Maybe Spectator Client has like louder sky footsteps, because they're not that loud when I play. Got him. Ooh, if that Eminence would have hit, not Eminence, but if that Presence would have hit, I would have considered ulting right after to get the Ceres, because I think your ult would go off faster than her ult, or her movement ability would have went off. You want to make sure to get yourself in a corner here, just like this, yeah. Keep yourself so you're not completely open to multiple ways to being attacked. Now you know this guy's behind you right now. She's in the corner, you found her. Ult not really worth it, you're getting ran on, silenced. That's a bummer. Straight like Metal Gear Solid. It's a huge pick, now it's time to push. And again, you just really want to be on high ground. It's pointless for me to keep saying it, not like you can hear me. Oh, clutch shield by that Torvald. Oh, really good snapback. This guy's available to come in through the top, poke at that Ash, I guess we're gonna call it poking. Someone needs to cover that high ground at least. The Zen is back capping right now. If that Zen can get out alive, that's gonna pull a lot of them back and it's gonna allow your team to push in through the front. And just like I said before, like getting up on high ground, it's just distracting them, and that back cap was huge. Ooh, you got your ultimate available. I don't know if I'd use it, but oh my god, a double kill. Worth. Apparently I decided to go for a little third-person action here until you got back. And you're back. Good old by the Torball to get the Ash off. Staying in the back, not too far out. I like you holding this corner right here. That was weird. Now it's just all about target prioritization, making sure you... Oh, well, that presence looked like it went right through that sky. Classic Paladins. That should be GG. So, apparently play of the games don't work while you're playing, and if you're replaying a game, it doesn't allow you to look at the scoreboard, which is a bit of a bummer. But let's do a quick overview. Loadout was fine. Item choices, I would have preferred Resilience over Haven. You picked up Life Rip at the end. Like I said, the other team wasn't picking up Cauterize. Might as well take advantage of it. Very rarely do you guys pick up Life Rip and kill the heal and feel like you're not doing a bad decision. That was actually a good decision there. As for gameplay, of course, I preach it every time, and I feel like it's just such a generic comment. High ground, high ground, high ground. Just splitting yourself off. And when I say split up, I don't mean go for a hard flank, dive in, and die. But just poking from another way. If I'm holding a side or anything, an open area, and I'm spamming at people and they're kind of like spamming back at me and I'm maybe peeking around my own little corner and then I get shot off from another angle, my brain says fall back. And just from a few chip pokes from another area just makes people scared and it says, oh god, they've got multiple angles on me, I need to fall back. Finding opportunities to get those side angles on people, very helpful. Very generic though for when it comes with tips, but I think I brought up a couple of times that it would work out. Again, I would like to stress, if you would like a Coach Kami, make sure you're in the tier 2 of Patreon or a tier 2 of subs on Twitch. I want to thank MrRabotnik for sending in this footage. I hope everyone enjoyed it, maybe learned something. I'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm not going to be one of those people who asks you to like and subscribe, so I'm not going to ask.